So today's ceremony, purpose of making merit. We'll try to explain a little bit about what is merit concept. When the bhikkhus eat, we say pumbere. In Burmese, pumbere gives merit. Yeah? You don't say sare. Lay people sare, bhikkhus pumbere. They give merit. So how can we, by eating, give merit to you? If we eat mindfully reflecting on the food, hopefully we will be respectful and inspired. But to make merit depends on you, on your intention. Merit or punya is a synonym for happiness. So everybody in the world, they wish to be happy, isn't it? Nobody wishes to be sad. So everybody wants to know how to make merit. It is not for me to give merit to other people. I could eat your food if you offer, but for you to make merit depends on your volition, your mind, your intention, your mental purity. In the time of the Buddha, one of the young generals invited the Sangha for the meal, and he prepared 50 bowls of curries, meat curries and honey foods. And that day, all of the monks went for early morning alms, and they ate a lot of porridge for breakfast. So when they went to accept this man's alms at the daytime, they were not very hungry, and they said, "Oh, just give a little bit, just give a little bit." You know? So this young Buddhist, was very full of faith. He made great effort to prepare these curries and spent a lot of his money and time and effort. And he was very disappointed and angry, upset. The monks only eating a little bit. He thought he lost his opportunity to make merit. So he complained, and the Buddha explained to him, from the very moment you invited the Sangha to accept alms, you made a great deal of merit. Yeah? Even the thinking about inviting, even intending to invite. Yeah, I'd like to invite, I haven't got any money, I can't do yet, but I'd like to invite. Even then you can make merit. Yeah? So the merit depends on your volition, not on how much we eat. If we eat a lot or a little, doesn't really matter. It is your intention. It's very important to understand in Buddhism how to purify your mind when you give dana. Right? You're offering the robes and you're making a wish. By this offering of robes, may we be liberated from samsara very quickly. Or is it next life? In the distant future you want to be free from suffering, or now? Do you want to wait till next life to be happy, or do you want to be happy now, in this life? Yeah? No, you want to be happy now. You don't want to wait till next life, till Messiah Buddha comes. Yeah? You want to get free from suffering now. Now you are suffering. So you want to be free, you want to get merit at the moment. So if you think, oh, I'm making a lot of merit next life, I'm going to be a monk or a nun, and I'm going to meditate and get to Nibbana next life, then you're not practicing in the right way. Trying to accumulate again. Yeah? Giving to accumulate. It's not making merit, is it? It's not relinquishment. Giving up, relinquishing property is in order to give up, not to accumulate. If you're trying to accumulate merits by putting in the bank, depositing in the bank, there's something wrong about your understanding. You're thinking, okay, we try to prepare. We don't want to be short-sighted. When we're young, we try to plan for our old age and retirement. But when you're young, also you want to enjoy, isn't it? You don't want to save up all your money so that you can enjoy it when you retire. You want to enjoy while you're young, yeah? So likewise, when we're giving merit, it's very important to think to how to get free from suffering in this life, in this very life. in this very moment, at this very day, how can I get rid of any kind of unhappiness, jealousy, any kind of negative thought? Yeah? So then when you do merit with this intention, then always you will get what you deserve. Yeah? If you have a wrong understanding about accumulating, becoming wealthy, millionaire, multi-millionaire, and powerful deva in the next life, and difficult to make merit because you're still grasping, yeah? Not relinquishing. So to get happiness, the right understanding is crucial. Yeah? The highest happiness, the Buddha's happiness, one of the questions is, who's the happiest, King Bimbisara or the Buddha? And King Bimbisara, he's so many wives and so much wealth, he can enjoy whatever sensual pleasures he wishes, but the Buddha is much happier because he has this Santi Sukha. Yeah? And is the happiness of non-attachment, the muti, of liberation. It's very different to the happiness of sensual pleasure. Very simple example, you got something very precious to you, and you like it, you enjoy it, you can enjoy it for some time. But if you give it away, I did a very good thing. It was very helpful to somebody else. So every time you think about that good deed, you get the happiness. So the happiness of giving is greater than the happiness of receiving. Yeah? And the happiness of non-attachment is much better than the happiness of attachment. So it's very important to understand what is the real happiness, what is the real punya. So this punya, this happiness, arises as in everything in Buddhism dependent on conditions. Not just by wishing, I wish I was happy. No, it doesn't arise like that. It arises dependent on causes and conditions. The cause or the condition for liberation and freedom is seeing things as they really are. Yatha bhuta jnana dasana. To see things as they truly are. If you see things as they really are, then you can get free from suffering. Yeah? For example, if your loved ones die, you feel very sad. But if you understand, that is the nature, that is the way things really are, so then you get free from your grief. You understand, that's the way things are. Nothing I can do to change the nature. So as soon as you understand the nature, you get free from your suffering. But if you think, I wish they were still living, I want to talk to them again, I wonder if they're in heaven or where are they? You're thinking about them, and you're longing to meet with them and talk with them. You can't get free from suffering, you're always grieving. Yeah? But if you understand this is the way it really is, yatha bhuta jnana dasana, to see things as they really are, is the cause, and the effect is liberation, freedom from suffering. Yeah? So what is the cause for the arising or seeing things as they really are? You have to have a concentrated mind. Yeah? Concentration is the cause, and seeing things as they really are is the effect. Concentration, again, doesn't just happen. You sit down and try to meditate, try to concentrate your mind on the respiration, or the rising and falling movement of the abdomen, or the Buddha's qualities, and your mind wanders off and goes shopping. The concentration doesn't come magically, does it? Just because, I want to meditate now, I want to concentrate, and you try to control your mind, but it doesn't just happen, does it? You have to try and try and try. So the concentration arises because of a condition. What is the condition for the arising of concentration? Effort. Yeah? You have to make a strenuous effort to overcome the wandering tendency of the mind. To develop concentration, we must try hard. So effort also has a cause. It doesn't arise without any reason. Yeah? Most of us only try when there's a big stick behind us. There's a cause for us to make an effort. So when it comes to the big stick, you get out of bed, and you get up and you make an effort. That effort also has a cause, it has a condition. It doesn't arise automatically. The cause for the arising of effort is faith, or confidence, saddha. A different kind of saddha. Many people here have a great deal of faith in the Buddha. They think the Buddha is enlightened and free from all suffering. But they don't imagine that it's impossible for them themselves to do the same thing. They have confidence in the Buddha, or monks can meditate, or the Buddha can meditate. I can't meditate. That is for monks to do, not for me. They think that. So they're lacking in saddha. They don't have saddha to try hard in meditation. Yeah? So saddha is the confidence that there is a goal to be reached, that it's possible to get free from suffering. Yeah? If you don't believe it's possible, if you don't think you can do it, well, it's possible for other people but not for me, then you won't try. You don't have saddha. So saddha, or confidence, is the cause and effort is the effect. If you don't have confidence, you won't try. Yeah? Oh, it's very, very difficult. Oh, no, I can't do it. It's too hard. It means you're lacking in confidence. Confidence, or saddha, also has a cause. It doesn't arise without any cause. Yeah? What is the cause for the rising of confidence? Suffering. If you see suffering, if you understand the truth about suffering, then you want to get free from it. Yeah? If you don't understand the truth of suffering, you don't want to get free from it. If you think everything is happy, everything is hunky-dory, everything is just fine as it is, you think you're happy, you think your life is going along great, and it's always going to be like that, you don't need to worry, then you don't see suffering, you see only happiness. Yeah? But if you reflect a little bit deeper, maybe you realize that your happiness is not very reliable. It's changeable, it's unstable, it's oppressive. In order to maintain your happiness, you have to keep working, isn't it? You have to keep protecting your property, you have to protect your loved ones, you have to earn more money, you have to think and plan, and it's very oppressive, isn't it? So isn't this a happiness that you enjoy and you think is good happiness, a very standing happiness or whatever? It is suffering, even though it's a happiness. Buddha said that even the happiness is suffering. Not in the sense that it's miserable, no. Of course it's a happiness. You enjoy the company of your loved ones, you enjoy music, you enjoy going to films or whatever, you enjoy it. It's a happiness, but it's still suffering in the sense that it's oppressive. Because you have to keep on trying to maintain and develop and protect this kind of happiness. So it's very important to study Dhamma, to read Dhamma books, to listen to Dhamma discussions and sermons in order to understand the truth of suffering. The Buddha said in the Dhammacakka Sutta, the first discourse, the suffering has to be understood. Right? Should be properly understood, fully understood. Yeah? The truth of suffering. When you fully understand, then definitely you will have faith in the Buddha's teaching, and to try and to strive to develop your effort to get free from it. Nobody wants to get free from happiness. Yeah? You only want to get free from suffering. If you think there's a happiness, you'll never try to get free from it. Yeah? So first of all, you have to have this right understanding. This is a very difficult thing. Yeah? One of the relatives of Queen Marika, his grandfather, two young grandchildren. And Queen Malika told him what she learnt in the monastery. The Buddha said, from affection arises grief. From affection arises fear. One who is free from affection is free from grief, so how could fear or anxiety arise? Yes? One of the Dhamma part of this, Queen Malika, she was always very pious Buddhist, a very intelligent Buddhist. She was always going to the monastery. And she told her relative about this Buddhist teaching she heard. And the grandfather was very affectionate to the children. And when he heard this, he thought, no, Buddha must be wrong. Yes, because affection makes me very happy. I love my grandchildren. Buddha's got it wrong. He thought. Yes? And then after a couple of weeks, the grandchildren died. Then he understood, that's what Buddha meant. From affection arises grief. From affection arises anxiety or fear. If you have no affection, you are free from anxiety and fear. So this is difficult to understand, isn't it? It goes against the flow of desire. It goes against the courage. You think of joy, affection, love. These are very good things, very desirable things. And they give pleasure, they give happiness, but it's not sure, it's not stable. Right? So you have to really understand it deeply, try to go beyond this, and then when you realize this universal truth, even though you are happy now, even though you enjoy your family life, you're thinking, this is not sure, it's not stable, it's not reliable. Therefore I must try to find that happiness which is not dependent on conditions. The spiritual happiness, the Nibbana or the Sati-Sukha, or the happiness of non-attachment, you try and strive to find that kind of happiness which the Buddha was talking about. Because the Nibbana is not dependent on conditions, then it's not unreliable, it's not unstable, it's permanent. Sure, it's a pure happiness. Right? So if we think in the right way and striving for that kind of happiness which is not dependent on conditions. So how can we arouse, because the Nibbana is not dependent on conditions, we can't make it right. Andy was saying the Buddha has gone to Nibbana. Where's the Buddha there? Is he in Nibbana? Where is Nibbana? Everybody know where Nibbana is? Where is the Buddha? It's very difficult to define, isn't it? The unconditioned, the uncreated, the unformed. It's very hard to comprehend. Because we're always thinking about places and people, which are impermanent things. We take them as being permanent, as being really existing. Where's the Buddha? Even the Buddha didn't say, when people ask him where does the Sayādaw go after death? But it doesn't apply. The question doesn't apply. Where is the Sayādaw when he's still living? It doesn't apply. Because it's based on a false premise of existence, and it is permanent. And actually there's nothing there which is permanent. The Buddha, the Sayādaw is not permanent. In Mahayana Buddhism they have all these bodhisattvas up in heaven and various Buddhas in the pure lands, in the heavenly realms. It's like God, I guess. Hardly distinguishable from the Hindu concept of Brahma or the Christian concept of God. The Buddha is up there in heaven, and when you die, if you're a good Buddhist, you go to heaven and you meet the Buddha and all the bodhisattvas up in heaven in the pure land. Oh, this is not what it teaches. Buddha, the Tathagata, has passed away, completely extinguished, all becoming, all existence. It's put an end to. So we can only know about where the Buddha is from his teaching. The Buddha lived, he taught Dhamma, and he left this inheritance for us. This is Dhamma, Buddha Sasana, and this is his legacy that he left for us. and we try and understand what the Buddha taught. If we understand the Dhamma, one who sees the Dhamma sees the Buddha. One who does not see the Dhamma does not see the Buddha. Right? Even the Buddha is living right in front of our eyes. If we don't see the Dhamma, we don't see the Buddha. Yeah? So if the Buddha had passed away, utterly finished his round of existence, definitely we can't see the Buddha at all, can we? Yeah? But we can see the Dhamma. Yeah? If we understand our mind, cause and effect, then we can understand Dhamma, we can see Dhamma, we can understand Dhamma, and we can see the Buddha, what the Buddha was saying, we can understand it. So this right understanding of truth or suffering is very crucial to have the faith, confidence in our own ability. We don't have to pray to Buddha for freedom from suffering. We have to depend on our own effort, our own wisdom, our own understanding. The Buddha has pointed out the path. You say, okay, you go there. The vine is over that way. You have to follow where he's pointing. You don't have to just listen, you have to follow and practice. Yeah? So because of this subject, if you have the right subject, right confidence, right understanding, then you'll strive, you'll make an effort to understand deeper. Yeah? And when you make an effort to practice, what do you practice? Satipatthana, 4 foundations of mindfulness. So effort is cause, and gradually you become mindful. You get rid of that wandering mind, wandering thoughts, and you learn to concentrate your mind in the present moment. And when you concentrate your mind in the present moment, every moment, not missing any thought, any stray thought or feeling or visible object you see, when you see something, you know you see it. When you hear, you know that you hear it. When you think some thought, you know you think it. When you feel sleepy, even when you feel sleepy, you know, oh, I'm feeling sleepy. Anyway, gradually you develop this mindfulness, sati. So because of the effort, gradually the mindfulness becomes well established. And when the mindfulness is well established, when the mind no longer wanders, looking here and there, thinking past and future, then you have concentration, isn't it? So when you have concentration, you can see the mind and matter as it really is. It is not self, it is not permanent, it is not happiness, it is suffering, it's oppressive. It doesn't mean it's always miserable. Yeah, if you feel like you get very good concentration, your mind is full of good thoughts and wholesome thoughts and piti, joy, concentration, you feel very good. Meditation is very good. It's not miserable, but it's still suffering because it's oppressive. Yeah, you have to keep on striving to maintain that concentration. So when you rightly understand the mind and matter in its true nature, yatha bhuta jnana dasana, you see things as they really are, then you can gain freedom and liberation. Yeah? So like this, everything depends on causes and conditions. Nothing to pray for. Yeah? Nothing to wait for. Here and now we have to practice. Here and now we have to try to understand. And here and now we have to relinquish the causes which are making us unhappy. The grasping, the attachment, yeah? The jealousy, the selfishness. Yeah? Relinquish those, give up those things, and the pure mind always will be happy. Okay, so now I start in Sayādaw. I gave you some teaching. I hope so you made some merit by listening, understanding, and try and practice also. Yeah?
Thank you. Thank you very much.